Welcome back, everyone. We're going to be solving LeetCode 2185, counting words with a given prefix. So we're given an array of strings called words and a string called pref. Return the number of strings in words that contain pref as a prefix. And they define a prefix of a string is any leading contiguous substring of S. Okay, so our prefix is just the start of our string. So, what can we do here? Well, we know we need to loop through our array, and then what do we need to do over each iteration? We need to check the prefix. So we could say, let's define L to be the length of our prefix. So if it's length 2 in this first example, right, we want to check the indexes of each word up to, but not including the length, right? So then if we run through this example, with length 2, we're going to say 0, 1, 2, so the prefix of our first word is going to be pay, and that doesn't equal that, so we won't increment a counter. So we're also going to have a counter, so let's write that over here. Counter is going to be, we'll initialize it to 0. So, okay, well, we just did the first iteration. Let's go to the next one. We know our prefix is of length 2, so let's check the word. We don't have to check the entire word. We just want to check the beginning of the word up to, but not including index 2, which will be just at. So we can see that it does equal our prefix, so we just increment our counter, and then so on and so forth for the rest of the words in the loop. All right, so simple enough. Let's say for word in words, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to check that prefix. So we want to say if word from the beginning of the word all the way up until our length of our prefix. So in this case, it's going to be 2. We define it to be L. We'll say here, if that is equal to our prefix, we'll say count plus equals 1. Otherwise, we don't do anything, and then at the end, we just return our count. So this should work. Let's run this and find out. Runtime error. Local variable count referenced before assignment. Okay, so it would help if I use the same variable names. Counter, we'll run this again. And it's wrong. What did I do wrong here? Class iterals, itertools.count at counter plus equals 1 again. Got to use the same variable names, so we'll rerun it. Okay, perfect, it works. Passes both test cases. We'll submit this. Okay, it does work. Go back here, and what are the time and space complexities? So we're iterating through every word in words. So already we're at O of n, and then we're just checking the length of our prefix. We're just checking that part of the word, essentially. So this entire loop is just going to be O of n for our time complexity. And our space complexity, well, we're not creating any new data structures, and we're only storing a number to keep track of the length of our prefix, and then a counter to keep track of how many words start with our prefix. So our space complexity in this case is going to be O of 1.